Okay, so the next task is to take in a user input and decide if they entered in a day of the week. So we're going to need to use the AQA console. I've got an AQA console in another project, so I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it into my new project, and I'm going to do a refactor copy. This makes sure that it contains the correct package when it copies the class over. Okay, so let's create a new console. So AQA console equals new AQA console, and I'm going to take in some user input as a string. So string user input equals console dot readline. I'm going to ask them to enter in a day of the week. Please enter. Cool. Right, so there's a number of ways that I could do this. I'm going to stick with my for loop, and I'm going to, every time it loops, it's going to compare the user input to one of the days of the week. So I'm going to start off by saying if user input. Now strings have some of their own compare methods. Comparing numbers is easy. Strings are difficult because they could be made up of different characters, such as an uppercase S is not the same as a lowercase s. So what we're going to do is we're going to do user input dot equals, and we're going to compare it to D, but at the moment D is of the wrong type. D is still an enum, so we need to turn it into a string. So we're going to do D dot toString, and if we're right, if that's in there, we're going to say system dot out dot print line, well done, you entered a day of the week. Okay, so let's run that code. So please enter in a day of the week. I'm going to enter in Monday. Well done, you entered a day of the week. Let's run it again. Let's enter in Mondays. Nothing. It'd be nice if our code told us that we didn't manage to do it successfully, so I'm going to use a variable to keep track of whether or not we've been successful. I'm going to call this success equals false. We have been successful, so success is going to equal to true, and after our for loop I'm going to check if what success is. So if success equals false, system.out.print line, you did not enter a day of the week. So let's try that. You did not enter a day of the week. Brilliant. So I've managed to successfully loop through my enumerated data type, and I've taken in a user input and compared it to that and been able to print it out whether or not something I entered was in that list. Perfect. This could be really good for validation when you need to test if somebody has entered in an allowed value. Okay, have a go.